Have you ever been through something that was tough? No one likes it, but everyone goes through it. We're going to look into how you can actually have joy in troubling times. So the Bible tells us, dear brothers and sisters, when trouble comes your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. But that sounds crazy. When trouble comes my way, I naturally get sad or angry. Problems don't make me feel better, they make me feel worse. But here's what's cool. If you can figure out this verse and have joy in times of trouble, that can change your life. And the first key to unlocking this mystery is to understand that joy isn't the same as happiness. There are many times in your life that you may feel bad. Failing a test, getting in a fight, losing someone close to you, or doing something wrong, or just some of the reasons you may not feel good. Your happiness is a feeling, and it depends on what happened to you in the past or what's happening to you now. But your joy depends on what you believe will happen in the big picture. I like to think of joy as holding on to God's good promises to me when life is hard. And God knows what's best, and He has promised what is best for you if you trust Him. The next time when things aren't good and you feel unhappy, I want you to stop for a moment and think of butterflies. Now, I'm not saying that thinking about the beauty of these colorful flying masterpieces will just melt away all the problems and make you feel better. But let's just take a moment to talk about how amazing they are. Did you know that butterflies can taste with their legs and feet? And some travel over 31,000 miles every year and can live their lives in both the desert and the Arctic. Their wings don't have feathers, but scales with all sorts of colors and designs. The morpho butterfly has a brilliant, iridescent blue that doesn't actually contain any blue scales, but refracts light like a prism to display one of the most beautiful colors in the animal kingdom. Some look like dead leaves, some have long tails, and there are even butterflies with special see-through wings. Butterflies are one of the few insects that people don't consider pests, and most people actually like, but they don't start that way. Before becoming a butterfly, a caterpillar has to go through the crazy process of metamorphosis. When a caterpillar transforms in a chrysalis, most of its body is first dissolved by the same liquid it uses to digest food. That doesn't sound pleasant or comfortable at all. But in order to grow into an amazing butterfly, the caterpillar has to go through this difficult process. Not everything you go through is good, and sometimes you may feel overwhelmed, like a caterpillar that's getting dissolved. But God has a bigger plan and a better future that He wants you to be part of. First, you need a relationship with God. Maybe you're not doing what's right and you're ignoring God. Or maybe you've never invited Jesus into your life. Start by getting your relationship with God right. Romans 12:2 says, "Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect." Just like God directs the transformation of a caterpillar to a butterfly through a difficult process, He has the ability to transform you from the inside out. But God wants you to trust Him to do what He needs to do in you through difficult situations. If you cut a caterpillar out of its chrysalis too early, it won't survive. It needs to stay in that tight, difficult place until the right time. James 1:2-5 in the Message says, "Consider it a sheer gift, friends, when tests and challenges come at you from all sides. You know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. So don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Let it do its work so you become mature and well-developed, not deficient in any way. If you don't know what you're doing, pray to the Father. He loves to help. You'll get His help. So choose to believe that God is in control and He wants to take care of you because you are His precious child. Unlike people, God never fails or gives up. He is able to do what is needed to take care of you, and He loves you more than anyone else does. 2 Corinthians 4:17 says, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." If you remember this, even in the worst situation, you can have hope and joy because God is with you and He loves you. Choose joy and keep fueling yourself with God's love and truth.